Hello everybody, my name is Benjamin Tuttle, and tonight I'm going to show you how to kind of make a new project, and I'll kind of go through each of the steps. We're going to work with the control rig, show you how to get that set up and what it does and how that can help you. So I have here a project in iClone right now, just a character. Here, I'm not going to subdivide because I don't want to spend like an hour just loading the character in or whatever. But first, we need to make a new project in Unreal. So here I am in 5.4. So we're going to start with launch. In the meantime, while we're waiting for that, we're going to get this character, and I'm going to set up a Motion Plus file. Whenever you're going to export something through FBX through iClone, you always want to do a Motion Plus file because it's going to bake facial animation in. So that's something to consider. So I usually just do, when I bring in a character, I just have them kind of go through one of these low motions here, probably idle 1F, just gets you an idea what to work with. So yeah, it's good. So what I'm going to do is export FBX. Now this is my settings. You can do 30 if you want, but I'm going to do 60 frames per second and delete hidden face. If you have a subdivided character, use subdivided mesh, but I just want to make sure it's all good. I'm going to press export here, so oops. There. New folder. All right, and while we're waiting for that one, here we are. Here's the Unreal. Here, for filmmaking, if you just go to Film, Video, and Live Events, this is going to be the folder. I usually keep it as blank. Start with starter content and ray tracing. And let's begin. So we're waiting for everything to load. Very good. All right, so everything is just loading up. And sometimes it takes a while with shaders, so you have to be patient. Sometimes compiling shaders takes forever. Depends on what kind of CPU you have. This is just from past experience. So let's see, how is red doing? Okay. Very good. So yeah, I was just kind of waiting for everything. So we're just going to be importing some files into your Unreal project once we have it all loaded up. And once we have our character exported. If anyone has any questions, let me know. If anyone has any, in the comments or anything like that, I try my best to answer them. So. Okay. So, all right, the character is now exported. Now there's one more thing we need to do. We need to go to plugins, character creator, and iClone auto setup. And if you don't have this tool, you just go up to here, get the tool for Unreal. And it's going to take you to this link here. And what you want to do is you want to go to free download. and you just download here. Just remember it has to match the engine. Also, yeah, don't, if you're in the middle of a project, it's just keep it. If you're working on something in 5.3, stay in 5.3. Don't just jump to 5.4 because you have to do a lot of, you have to, it's kind of a headache, to be honest with you guys. Don't just stay consistent. You don't know what'll break, you'll know what headaches you'll get. So this is just if you want to start a new project. So yeah, you just download that. It's an exe file. And then it gives you a bunch of folders, which if you want to constantly get them, so just go to browse file here. As soon as everything plays nice. Don't worry, we'll just get into Unreal pretty soon. iClone is really, really slow times with these. Yeah. Good. So that's loaded in. Just make sure. There, browse files. And now I can just simply go here. So it's Unreal. And it's a bunch of folders. And what you want to do is just copy this and find your Unreal project. So if we go to CC4, sorry, this is just here. This is your Unreal project files. And you just copy and paste those in. So you go here, we'll go to Unreal. Go to plugins, so edit plugins, and it's going to take you to this page here. And there are two things to install: Character Creator UE Control Rig. If you don't have that and you're wondering how, just go here, go to the marketplace. Just be patient, I guess, but tell you what, I'm just going to close out iClone for a moment. Okay. We'll go here. There we are. So yeah, this is what we can do. Just look up Reallusion, and you're going to find everything here in the marketplace. And then you can just go here. Then, once you go through here, these are here and here. So just get these two. And then once you get into just go here. So CTT UE control rig, install to engine 5.4. Same thing for iClone Live Link. So install that. And now that we have our project files, so we should have everything here. So what I'm going to do is here, 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 and here, and we're going to restart. Okay, we may have to restart a couple times. There's a couple things I want to illustrate. Go through here, whatever. So two things to look out for, actually three, is you want to make sure your icons are up here. So the icon is a good thing. Here, this is your iClone Live Link. Do HQ shader, apply. But first I want to go through my project settings. Here's project settings. There's a couple of things I want to go through here through the rendering. So if we go to rendering, we need to look up a couple of things. This is for anybody who has an RTX card. So we do ray tracing shadows only if you have an RTX card or anything that supports ray tracing. Allow static lighting. I just turn that off because we can use ambient occlusion. Separate translucency, just uncheck that. So yeah, we can do bloom, you can do exposure. Personally, I don't like it, so I do manual. Now you could do TSR, but thing is you're going to get ghosting, so usually we can just work with TAA. That's what problem, but that's up to you. I usually do it when I work in the movie render queue. Yep. So yeah, a couple of things to look at here. One other. Good. All right. So we'll restart. There's a couple plugins I do recommend. So I'll probably install this. One is called Cinematographer. There's a Light and Pro. I only have Light. I don't really need Pro at the moment. Oops. So yeah, it's just the same thing. Install the engine. A couple other ones. Ultra Dynamic Sky is often one. Here we'll even update that for a moment, and then we can install that into the project. Show you what it does. It's I recommend it. We'll kind of go through a couple things. All right, so CC project is good. Looks like everything is great. So yeah, one thing I like to do is make some folders, make sure we stay organized. Characters, and then I call red. So let's just bring in red. Bring her in. HQ shader. Okay. So go through here. It's going to wait a few moments. So here it is. And let's just export. T0 as ref pose must always be selected. Import morph targets. So get these two. Import animations. Exported time. Just because now custom sample rate, default sample rate is at 30. So if you select that and try bringing in a 60 frame per second animation, it's not going to work. It's going to bug out. So just do this for your custom sample rate, 60. And I'll fix that. If you're exporting default from iClone, if you're exporting anything in 30, default sample rate 24 or 60 or 120 or whatever you want, custom sample rate. So import all. So it's going to take some time. Of course, these things usually take time here. Now, especially if you're doing a anything subdivided, expect to take more time. So usually I just kind of walk away for a moment or take a break or anything like that. Oh, let's see. Yep, looks like my microphone settings are fine. Good. Okay, so it's just still importing. It'll take some time. Just gotta be patient. That's the most important thing, being patient. All right. So it's still importing, but it's okay. Okay, looks like it is successfully importing. This is usually a pretty good sign. Tells you that it's working. Processing, good. It'll give you like an error message if it isn't right. So keep that in mind. Auto processing. You can also do this through LiveLink if you want. Personally, I like having my own section. I like working with FBX. There's a couple things we need to do because 5.4 is a little buggy right now. I've noticed last time I was streaming. So once we bring in the character, we'll have to, I'll explain it pretty clearly. We'll bring in a camera as well. Yeah, in the meantime, yeah, we should, yeah, I should actually bring in that cinematographer camera. I'll quickly turn that on. And yeah. Let's see. I'll be back in a second. There we go. Okay, it's still importing, so. Okay, looks like it is almost there. Like I said, this takes a little bit of time, plus I'm streaming. There's always like these little pauses. It takes longer. Let's find out. Import 44%, 46. Yeah, this is why I'm not doing this subdivided, because it just takes forever. So just be patient. Let's have a look here. All right. 80%. Very good. Yeah. Sometimes this isn't really one of my favorite parts. It's just really slow at times, but what can you do? Okay, good. This is a good sign here. And yeah, sometimes I like to just do this before I start streaming, just bring in the character, but I think you guys have to see the whole process, so you guys don't get confused or anything like that. Like what settings? Usually T0 as ref post, people forget to select that, and the arms are really bad. It's like really wavy. I've shown a couple examples before, and I always see this once in a while if somebody's asking for help how to bring in stuff into Unreal and their arms are wavy or there's something wrong with the skeleton and they're freaking out. I'm like, no, T0 as ref post must be selected, otherwise it's not going to work. All right, so we're all good. Good. So let's just bring in the camera. Gonna save all. And one more thing, we'll go to plugins, go to camera, and we'll have to restart one more time. All right. Now the boring part is done. Just waiting for everything to import. But now it's time to bring in a character, go through a couple things. So what I need to do is we're going to make a new level. Test level. So, a couple of things. I'm going to make some basic shapes. Start off with a cube. Just like this. Oops. And what I do is pressing Alt. You can actually duplicate by pressing Alt. Okay. Things is we're going to set up a point light. Now, of course, we can actually build a room and all that, or at least. So you got all this stuff. But for now, I just want to build a simple room. Okay, let's bring in our character. Let's bring in red. Couple of things are a little off, but that's okay. Let's actually make sure she is good. So let's do like 5 or something. There. So now that's done. There's a couple of things we can do. So we're just going to set up our control rig. So you can press that little button up there. There's also a couple of things you can do. Let's just going to do a couple things here. Just saving. There we go. Okay. So now it's created a rig. So it's a body and a face. So we can just delete that. And it's actually going to make a new folder. You can also do this down here and create that, but you can also press the button up here. So first thing we need to do is we need to make a level sequence. So up here in the cinematic, or the little clapboard here, and what I like to do is I like to make a folder with sequences. So do something called red sequence. Good. So we have here our. So right away, this here has it's already built a face and a body. So let's go to body, and let's also set up. So if we just filter asset by uncheck that, we can actually go to. And we want to make sure that this is right. So if we do this, go to control rig, go to body. There we go. But that's just, we don't really need that for now. So the first thing we need to do is we need to go to body here, go to animation, and let's just find that. Go up to here, and we need to bake the animation sequence. And make sure it's good. And just want to make sure it's good. So if we do this 150, and not only that, but let's also get our control rig body. Sorry. Oh, hang on, let me make sure I'm doing this right. Oh, bake to control rig. Sorry. Bake to control rig, CC body. I messed up. That was my mistake. Just remember that. Bake. That was a mistake I made. Bake to control rig, this animation, CC body rig. So. We also have one for body too, but just want to make sure, zoom in. Because there's no facial animation, so you'll have to remember that. So let's do that for the facial animation. But that's okay. We'll get something for the facial animation. So yeah, this is the body here. A couple things we need to do is go to right click, edit utility widget, and we want to make sure nothing is snapped. So what this is just kind of adjust, and you can actually, what you can do is you go to, if you want to adjust, you just go a little bit up here. So you do something called section and then called additive. And what it is it's going to, it's a non-destructive. So you can actually just make adjustments here to the body and everything like that without causing any too much trouble. So if you want to make her, you want to adjust the head a little bit. So we'll just go here. There you go. You can actually just adjust the head and the body if you feel, if it works. So we'll go through here. So if we just do that, control the head, and not only that, but here, not only that, but we can also adjust the shoulder. So the spine here. Not only that, but kind of move the hands a bit. It's snapping, but yeah, that's kind of something to pay attention to. So now we can work with that. But yeah, it's non-destructive if you do the additive. The other thing is go to body, or to go to the face. And then we have to set up a face rig. So we go through here, select that. And now you have a choice. You can move the eyes, smile. So that's snapped here. Now that, but we also have a couple things, so you can actually, so if we just move it here, so we'll find out before she changes her expression. So she moves, let's just move it slightly over here. Not sure what's going on with that. Yeah. Right. Oh, it's probably this.
They're probably crashing on this mic. Nope, never mind. So if we do that. Let's say that. That. And that, but we can also add a couple more things. I go through here. And like that. Let's also change the camera here. So you can also find a way of making this like so if we can actually go here. You can actually just go and slightly adjust and change it. It's pretty useful if you need to make some serious adjustments and changes. Let's just find something. Make slow adjustments like this, but let's see if there's any squinting. Good. Okay. None of that, but you can also save the pose too. You can save poses like this. As well. So we just go back to here, run this if we like that, and that we go here, change the eye like that. This will help with like with just adjusting a couple of things. So you know, if you need to adjust like facial expressions, if you have it baked in, or if you want to make your own. But there's one more thing we need to discuss, and let's discuss the bug. So I have here my camera, and let's actually go out and go to selection. And let's go through the camera here. So my camera settings, let's just do, I'm going to do a 75. And I'm going to turn it off, and then I'm going to do movie. I'm going to do my frames. I'm probably going to keep the shutter angle at 180. Let's do 2.4. And let's adjust the ISO. I think it's 160. No, that's fine. A couple of things I'm going to do is I'm going to crop the 2.39. Let's make sure. Let's actually just change the exposure to like 4. And I want to pilot it. So yeah, this issue's back again. I thought separate translucency, you probably saw me uncheck it. Usually that's a quick fix in 5.3, but not here. It's back. It's easy to fix, so I'll show you how to fix it. So let's just go to focus and let's get our focus settings here. Eyedropper. Yeah, we'll have to adjust the eyes a bit. Yeah. Go back to our selection. Just put the camera in. Okay. Good. So let's just make sure. Yeah, before we do that, I want to, let's just go. I want to go back to the eyes. I just want to make one more adjustment. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'm not really. Let's just go back to selection. Maybe I'll just do it from another angle, and then we'll properly get this set up. Let's do -45. Let's do location. Go -45. What's -15 at least, maybe 0. Control the focus. Yeah. Sorry, I just want to do a little bit messing around here. And might as well change the pose again. It's gonna drive you all nuts, but Screw it. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. And then just change the camera a bit. Back to selection. Oops. Yeah, we did something dumb, but that's okay. Okay, whatever. I'm not going to worry about it too much. So yeah, let's just fix up this issue here with the eyes and the scalp and everything. So this is just an issue with ambient occlusion. You go through here, Reallusion here. It's always a translucent issue, so I just have to kind of browse down a bit here. Blend mode is translucent, so just keep an eye on that. Sorry, I get distracted too much. So the one thing I'm going to look for is DOF. Translucency pass is before DOF. And then I save it. And the same thing will apply here. So now it's fixed. Now the thing is going to apply to also a tier line. So just go here, back again, DOF, before. Originally this separate translucency will fix it, but now apparently it's broken again. Maybe they'll fix it in the next update. Probably not. So I'm going to change this back to translucent, DOF, before, and back to masked. And that's going to be for your scalp. And now it's fixed. So now we don't have that issue. A couple things here. It's also one more thing I'm going to teach you guys quickly. How to make material. Pretty simple. Material here. I'm just going to, well, we can even change the base color. Right through here. Maybe something a little darker red. Very good. Throw that in. Very good. Alright, so the thing I'm going to do is change the rect light to at least a 4. Here, what I like to do is 4750. We can weird. There we go. All right. I'm gonna have that as my main key. And then what I'm going to do is switch that to movable. And now I'm going to switch that as a fill. Key and fill, and that's it. Now, We can even, if it didn't work, I want to at least do that. So I want to, let's try baking the animation again for the face. Bake to control rig, face rig. Good. Woo! That's a problem. Uh-oh. I think we got a bug here. Oh my. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Oh yeah, we got a problem. So that's a shame. Smart. How about this? Can this follow me? I'll find out how to do that later on. Tongue. Yeah, probably not. Let's not do that. First. Go. And yeah. Oh well. Okay. Yeah, that's one way to do it. And let's just make sure cinematic selection. And obviously we need to get our camera adjusted. Zero. Two. No. Let's see, 5 degrees. And just here, just camera. Here, make sure. Okay. What the heck? Let's just change it to 1.5. Okay. Make sure. Yeah, that's it.
Let's just turn that off. Make sure all good to go. When you export, obviously you want to go through a couple settings. What I like to do is EXR, and then there's some console variables too we need to look at. Anti-aliasing, you could do warm up if you want, but don't overwrite, otherwise you'll get that hair issue. So do that. Console variables, obviously there's a whole bunch. I'll just give you guys a link. Let's see. Yeah, I should give you guys a couple lists here. It's a notepad or something. I'll have to find. Yeah, I mean, Unreal has one too, so movie render console commands. Here, you can use that. This is a pretty good one. People have also, I mean, this is something you should look into a little bit more. Keep in mind, a lot of it will, if your computer can't handle it, it's going to crash quite a bit. I'm still waiting for NVIDIA to release support for 5. Let's see, for 5.4, but that's not, I haven't heard anything yet on it. So just keep that in mind. So, yeah. Hopefully this helps you guys. It shows you kind of a little bit about the control rig. Hair as well, just kind of. Yeah, we'll even see how the hair does. Let's see. Yeah, let's see what the hair does for this character. So let's go with face. Weird. What body? So there's two separate entities for face and body. So here and here, but not for here actually. Weird. So that's something to consider. I think there's a serious bug here, so we'll have to make clothing data out of that. That's one for the experiment. Yeah, it's here. So we have to kind of separate that, apply clothing data, and yeah, try that out eventually in the future. But it kind of stretches here. I don't know. This is up to you if you want to use the control rig.
So we'll have to adjust a couple of things, but I'll put that just in case if I need a character to adjust or not. But most of the time I'm just going to be running off the just running off of this, you know, of my characters here. Because now for her, let's see. So there's clothing data here and here, but not for the back. So I'll have to apply that. I have to apply that next time when I'm in an iClone. Yeah. So hopefully this helps you guys. If anyone has any questions, let me know. I'll be starting a new. I won't be starting anything on 5.4 for a while. Yeah. Found a couple of bugs, but yeah. Hopefully this helps you guys. So if anyone has any questions, comments or concerns or anything like that, also if you guys are wondering when it comes to, yeah, this is my lighting. I think we can improve on that. Just your standard 3-point lighting system. Just, yep. So, yeah, I'm not sure if this will help you guys, but yeah, if anyone has any questions, let me know.